BoxMac. Happy Halloween and Guten Tag.
Oh. It's for the craftskeeper.
Oh, I loved filming this.
Yeah, this is like the small portion of this which you were involved in filming it.
Yeah, well, the thing was, we were wondering if my talents would be wasted on this.
Well, it's more like you weren't super available for. Well, you basically weren't available because you were doing your house.
Yeah, no, I was actually traveling.
Yeah. Oh, right.
That's right.
And we wanted Ashley, so I think that's where it didn't line up. Oh, by the way, just a quick note. That slider shot from Profile
is a digital effect.
Yes, it was a digital effect. We cropped in a little bit and then slid it. It feels like the kind of, if they were doing one of those little director's intro, they'd have a slider.
We have this red cow spinny thing happening now? Is this new?
No,
it's a parody of BoxMac.
Okay.
Before we get too far away from it, let me just say
Don't forget.
The Craftskeeper has greatly improved FPD now, and we just kind of glazed over it. Props for Dell.
Yeah, that's true. It's really all Matt's doing, honestly.
Yeah. He fixed it up.
We specifically did not invite him to the commentary because he didn't have the best commentary performance last couple of times.
He's going to watch this now and be all sad.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, this could start another 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Another 2
and then
years.
all our puppetry would be out the window.
He does a wonderful job, just not a commentary. How about that?
Yeah, that's true.
But we'll compliment him. He came up with this new rig for the flaps.
Yeah, and it worked really well.
For the puppeteering. It was some kind of like hook into the back, because what we had been doing...
It gave the dowel a little bit more flexibility and turn so that it wasn't strained as much with each flap and then breaking.
Yeah, we didn't break a
great.
single dowel during it.
I did all the puppeteering for it, and I could be as aggressive as I wanted to.
Yep.
It was wonderful. It's sort of like in the Lord of the Rings movies where they keep bragging about the fact that mocap is advancing.
Yes.
Like it used to be that we had to do 3 passes, but now I'm doing mocap live on location.
Yeah.
The dowel doesn't break at all.
I remember we were shooting a bunch of Junt's carts. It was the at-home, Home Goods, Cracker Barrel, and one other, Ollie's.
Yep.
That day, when we were doing those 4, it was August, and we were like, we got to come up with a Halloween episode. And we had thought for a long time that we were going to do Freaks. We were going to parody Freaks.
That was really what was on the table,
Well,
as far as I
Frankie
knew.
had his heart set on it because he wanted to dress up
Angry Kirby.
Angry Kirby like one of the Freaks.
Honestly, that seemed like the only real solid thing we had going for it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was the only thing you pitched to us. Was Angry Kirby.
I still think it's
for that reason we had to do it.
You don't need anything else.
But I think once we started wrapping our heads around, all those costumes, as soon as you start trying to write a Freaks parody, and then there's also an element of, are people going to find this super exploitative and strange? How do we do it in a way that's... we couldn't really wrap our head around it. So we started throwing ideas out there, and I remember Nina said... we were in the car, just me, Nina, and John. And Nina goes, what about, the birds?
Well, I was trying to think of places that were that claustrophobic one location type thing to try to make the shoot easier.
Yeah, that's so much.
And I said BoxMac out loud. And I laughed. Do you remember I laughed about the word BoxMac for
about
an hour.
About an hour, yeah. It was a good long time.
I just kept laughing at BoxMac.
Yeah.
and I started thinking we could make this intentionally horrible movie with
cinematography by Glory Frame.
Yes.
Yeah,
people found that funny.
Yeah, they did. Found that a real gag.
I needed to sort of fill this with credits.
Was it actually Sounds of Sleep 59?
No.
Well, that was just a good.
But in
good
terms
joke.
of so Gabriel Massa doing the visual effects.
VFX, yeah.
His debut.
But what people might be interested in is the audio you hear is directly ripped off from Birdemic.
Yes. However, we could have very easily sourced
There's so many things to say. This title, A Passion Project by Werner Craftskeeper, I intentionally squashed.
I know. The font size is all wrong. I assumed it was a gag.
To make it match because it really is like that in the all the other ones are okay.
Yeah.
I also had to figure out how to I needed to darken the video just enough to make the white text with no stroke show up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of challenges. So,
because the video looks like crap in the original too.
This was all shot when you, me, and Matt, and I drove around one day in the Portsmouth area, or not Portsmouth.
Yeah, Portsmouth and Tiverton, and we just went through 30 different shots of different random bad driving.
Yeah, and then this was actually the very last thing we shot. I knew I wanted to boring for a drug provider to be the Russian waitress that's in Birdemic.
Our same famous location as featured in Sexually Frank, by the way.
Like intentionally, because I could have balanced the light in these, and I actually did tweak them to make her overexposed, John too dark. That's like a real estate thing he's reading.
No, it's the menu.
Have it cut way too many times. And then I love it dissolving to another shot before the motion begins.
Yeah.
There's so many, like that.
That's definitely something I think we did, at Party of 4.
I think that's what the fun of it is, going back to mistakes you made very early on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
trying
to
to reliving them.
I think that would be my problem shooting and editing this. I'm not sure if I have the willpower to be this bad.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like letting audio pop and stuff.
It was the fastest editing I've ever seen Frankie do of a special. It's
I also tried to color correct this to have that sort of gross contrast that the real movie, but I couldn't get it, damn it. And we shot this on really old AVC HD.
Yeah, camcorders that I had bought the film podcast with because they were really good about long film time.
Yeah, basically. But still, a lot of Birdemic is shot on a tripod. It's just a rickety tripod.
Yeah.
So I do shoot most of it on. Yeah, so I shot this. I actually really do like Ashley's shitty performance. The okay, bye.
I think she's great throughout. She has that naive enthusiasm, and it's great.
I had to bring a TV from home for that shot.
I know. I didn't have one.
This was I wanted to get Maria in there because she's in there every year. So I asked her to just shoot something in front of a white wall, and I'll just key it like crap.
Yeah.
And her performance is way off. I actually would have directed her some. But
it doesn't matter.
It didn't matter.
It really
She's
doesn't.
she just didn't say it quite enough. John's a little grumpy in that scene. Oh, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, well, I mean, I still get. I really like to have permission and authorization especially because I'm a big guy. I'm already a little apprehensive about these situations, and then I'm not. So I didn't want to go into anybody's driveway and then park and then get out of the car. That was really awkward to me. So we kind of drove around awkwardly to find a spot that I was comfortable enough with to get out of the car and walk around.
Yeah, I don't think I was looking for someone's actual driveway to go
I like the zoom into the bush there.
I think I would have. Yes,
that's a great.
That was
shot.
kind of a last minute decision.
I believe John told you that day
That's a
that
repeat.
he wasn't comfortable being a nuisance in people's residential neighborhoods. Is how he was phrasing it.
Yeah, he was like, a mantra of my life is to not be a disturbance.
Yeah, it's true. I don't want to. I'm already a disturbance just looking at me.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But that's very low self-esteem for the two of you to believe that your very presence in someone's neighborhood would be a disturbance.
It's probably a byproduct of being larger people.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it
They
plays
already
into it.
hate us or something.
Well,
No,
you put up with a lot of crap for being large early in life.
Maybe when
and
you're
so
young.
you always feel like you're imposing.
Yeah,
later on.
exactly.
The whole
You're
world's
always
fat now. This was you can see that we're all moved out of the studio.
Yeah, the last day in the studio.
Yeah.
Was this
That worked out
this was
well.
one of the last things we shot,
From a
wasn't
set
it?
perspective.
Yeah, we were fighting about getting the stuff out because we had the fridge left, and I had a really bad weekend that weekend because the shoot was really challenging because it was all day. Not just because it was all day, but the night before I picked Ashley up from the airport at 11 o'clock.
Oh yeah, it was really.
And I got home at midnight, and we got up at 6 to start. And I actually worked out that morning because I did 100 days of working out, and I wanted to keep to it.
And we have the toddler that doesn't sleep.
Then there was the toddler element of it, and then there was the fact that the next day, so we were gonna shoot. So we shot on a Friday, and then Saturday was dedicated to getting out of the studio because the guy kicked us out of nowhere.
Yep.
And then on Sunday we were shooting again.
Yeah.
And you had a party that day too. And so Sunday is the day that EJ came down and we shot his bit. Which
Yeah,
was
that's
fun.
right.
And we shot the
We shot the
Craftskeeper and stuff.
BoxMac.
It made for some grumpy behind the scenes stuff.
but every time you see Ashley, we're shooting on the Friday. And EJ is not there. EJ and Ashley never interacted, right?
Yeah,
No.
no, that's true.
They never met.
I interacted with BoxMac here.
This is cool because this is his live audio from the camera.
Oh,
Oh, you know what made this shoot way easier than every other shoot ever?
What? Not giving a shit?
On,
yeah.
on camera audio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could do a wide shot and let that be the audio.
And the audio was better than the actual Birdemic too.
We were consistently surprised that it was even as good as it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it has no business being that good on a $75 crap camcorder.
That location, I don't even know what it is. We just found it. And
It used to be a hotel, and now it's like a training facility for like hotel majors at Roger Williams University.
I'm gonna bump him up a little bit.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Which tracker is he?
Johnny Hunt talking.
4.
This is gonna be on.
Yeah, you're really low.
I'm really low. My mic's on. I'm
Yeah, okay. Leveled properly. And this was also the first time that I talked somebody through acting like crap. I was like, not bad enough.
Yeah, not bad enough. Get a little crap.
Because there's a constant thing of trying to be.
me.
Yeah, look.
It's EJ.
EJ knows how to act like a bad actor.
But John's bad acting surprised and impressed me throughout this.
Well, what was great about it was John kept forgetting what bad acting he was doing.
Yes.
So it has inconsistent levels, and it makes it funnier actually. like the way he's acting in the Chinese restaurant is totally different than other scenes.
I know.
I forgot my suit pants, so I'm just wearing jeans.
That's great.
I like how we stop in a staging position.
Well, you know what's great about that is I didn't tell you where to stop or where to go or what to do next. So you guys didn't know what to do next, and then it was like, well, just keep it.
We just like cheat out to the camera. We cheat out to the camera naturally, like it's a fucking play.
EJ's like stiff body language, and then there's this. So you zoom into it, right?
And the camera's focusing.
2 halted zooms. I love it.
You really enjoyed directing bad physicality. You were like, handshake too high, awkward long hug.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just the Ashley John thing is just so
It's really weird.
absurd. Somebody asked me if that was green screened. I was like, no, we were
No, we were really on location.
But maybe the acting in the scene is different from John too, because he also didn't want to shoot here.
This was another one because I go here all the time. This is like one of my other favorite Chinese restaurants is burned down. Thanks, Kevin Brago.
Yeah, somebody we went to school with burned down one of our favorite Chinese buffets because he wanted to go to jail because he was homeless.
Yeah, it was
Anyway.
anyway. Wow. So this is one of my only 2 left Chinese buffets, and the people behind the desk know me, and normally I just go in and eat, and I didn't want to embarrass myself by shooting stuff, but we got it done.
Well, so what the way we decided to do it was we doubled this as lunch for the day.
Yeah.
So we planned it so that this would be at noon. And then basically while you guys were eating, I just sat in front of you because there's a table full of us here. And I just sat in front of each of you and just fed you the lines. And then you just did them.
It worked really
The other thing that was great is shooting her in front of windows.
Yeah.
Like just things I would never
our
ever
skin
do.
levels are totally different.
You can see my shoulder intermittently
Oh,
on the
can
side
you?
of Ashley, yeah. And my backpack is on the chair next to her.
Yes. And that audio loops. Like, even though it's the same take. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, when she was laughing, I was just like, oh God, everyone in the restaurant's going to hate us.
See, I don't really care about that kind of thing.
I do. Zach knows.
So hypersensitive to that stuff.
Now that I have a toddler and I realize toddlers scream and cry everywhere and you can't do anything about it, I'm less concerned about what we do as adults. It can't be
I care if I have to live with consequences, but I just get out of there. Get out of there.
It's weird because if somebody else was doing it, it wouldn't bother me that much. But because I'm part of the group that's doing it, I'm like,
I'd just be like, whatever. I don't care if they're doing it.
This is the first scene you guys shot together. So this is still early in the morning. This is right after we shot her photo shoot at the studio. So we all were delighted by your wig.
This wig reminds me a little of
that's
the wigs
John?
my mother wore.
Yes.
It's got that kind of look to it.
I think we need to have this character come back.
I'm all for it. I thought that character was fun.
This optimistic mom, John.
What made you say John with a wig in the script?
Well, I'll tell you what.
He was like, if I can't have Schlitzie, I'm putting John in a wig.
You can see all this BoxMac fan art that's actually on our real wall.
It's really on
this
our
is my
real
and Nina's
wall.
house, in case anybody's
I
curious.
do like this dead air take here.
We were laughing. We knew that we wanted to parody the mom from Birdemic, and then John said, I'll play the mom. And it was so surprising that John volunteered proactively that I just didn't question it.
I'll play the mom. That's fine.
These are all my coworkers. I shot this at lunch at work.
I can't believe they're so hyped. You actually got them that
That's
hyped.
you at the studio in front of the yellow wall. And I keyed that out. They were. This is our ISO, Ryan. He's awesome. these are people who work for me.
So they had no choice in this.
And my student worker, Liz, who is on the right there in the middle.
Yep.
You're going to see her outside in a minute. That's Chloe. She wants to be on the show badly. Yeah, that's Liz.
I love this shot.
Yeah, that was her idea. She was like, "Well, what if like you zoom in, there's somebody outside clapping, and that's far away from the building, by the way."
Yeah, it looked like it.
In the outtakes, she was trying to like hype up other people walking by, and it didn't quite work. Wow, that was a good movie. This was killing us.
Ratatouille.
Wow, Ratatouille.
Wow.
And it was actually too windy for the on-camera mic to the point that you couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
So I did dub it over with the.
It sounds dubbed, but it's awesome.
Just the way you would expect.
Work.
Yeah, work. Yeah, you know what's funny is I dubbed it in the morning when my voice was like
Crappy.
You know when you lose all the high
shows.
frequency.
Uh-huh.
And then this romantic sequence.
This is so weird.
Where he points at the pumpkin.
Oh my god, him just repeatedly pointing at a pumpkin. We enjoy our own work.
We do. We like it.
Oh, can I say something about Ashley? She was self-conscious about her image.
Yep.
So she was like, I've got a good side and a bad side. And she also said that those jeans were advertised as having butt-foisting technology. Butt-lifting technology.
She's next to me. How could you look bad, you know?
I don't know. I love John's performance here. BoxMac.
It's BoxMac as well.
The beach stuff was one of the last things that we shot for the day. And I think your energy was pretty done.
Pretty low. Pretty low.
It was also pretty cold and crappy though.
Yeah,
Manservant Matt ran around with that stool.
Yeah. My section. What was
That's
it?
day for night. I have not done day for night since high school. And it's not bad day for night, actually, unfortunately.
This scene.
So I really like this shot because it matches what's in Birdemic exactly. This strange center framed, too much headroom, underlit, and then overlit.
We paid way too much for that hotel room for like 2 hours.
Oh,
Honestly.
that's a great story. So Nina and I ran ahead of the crew because we didn't plan it in advance, and we just went. We were like, "We'll just spend money." That's Maya and Matt's feet, for those who want to know. And we dirtied
Not mine.
And we dirtied them up in advance. We went outside, got our feet filthy in the soil, and then did that. But Nina and I ran over to the motel manager, and we were like, "We need a room for like 2 hours, and we need it to just be your cheapest," which I think implies sexuals.
Yes.
It would have been funnier if we had all gone in with the camera equipment and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so
Because you
They
had
might not
like
have
4
rented it to
guys,
us.
2 girls, like just a bunch of camera equipment.
Well,
like,
so he charged us he charged us $90, and apparently you can only get a night. You can't do like a couple hours, and then the next thing he must have seen was like a bunch of weirdos with camera equipment filing in.
And then swatting imaginary things in the air with his hands.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Nobody
more
really seems to
embarrassment for you,
care.
Zach?
no, that
was okay.
Didn't bother me as much.
We were at a
within scope.
location that we paid for and were authorized to be at.
Right.
Well, I don't know about the parking lot, guys. That might be
It's
a
a public
disturbance.
parking lot.
Yeah, we bought access to that parking lot.
private
And we didn't buy
We belong
access
there.
to our table by buying the Chinese food. Standards are all over the map.
Yeah, they're not making any sense.
It's there's a vocal level in restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acceptable vocal.
I didn't
levels.
ask anybody to yell.
No, but the I didn't have a problem with the
Just the laugh.
shooting. The laugh was super loud to me.
Right.
But I mean,
You know, in films, it tends to be the thing that will be hardest to clean up and hardest to get permission for. That's always the best.
Yeah.
Like smashing the gingerbread house. You know, it takes a while to get there.
Yeah.
It's the money shot though.
Yeah.
You need
Hey,
and
spoilers.
hey,
Wait a minute.
what? People are
fun.
watching this
The gingerbread house. It has
woefully out of.
Yeah.
People who have are so far behind that they haven't even watched the
What
Halloween.
chronology do you think they're watching this?
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, when you watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you watch the first one, then the commentary,
I see.
then the second one, then
in the commentary,
right?
But now it's already been spoiled for
So
you.
as you know, our fans only watch this on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
we'll just bleep out the gingerbread house.
That whole Ginger House segment will just go away.
Your tea station wasn't there when we shot BoxMac today.
Yes, it was.
It was?
Uh-huh.
With the tea and everything?
Yep.
Okay.
Somebody's not observant.
You just go in T blind.
I'm going tea blind.
T-blind.
I use my T station all the time.
Look, I'm
Wait,
losing my
spoilers?
tea.
We shot a BoxMac today.
What?
What? We actually shot 3.
What?
Is it worth like preserving which ones we shot?
No, just tell them.
Well, that's what I mean, saying it and preserving it.
Just sell it.
We did IGA.
Okay.
We did like the Biga Australian craft.
Yep. What was the third one?
Cauliflower Max and Italian pasta.
Yep. Which sucked.
So I hope you enjoyed those.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed those, which may or, depending on when you're watching this, you may not have seen them yet.
The raviolis were really good. This was her idea. I asked her, I was like, hey, while you're here, could you
make a mac?
Yeah, because it was, once again, it was like, what are we going to make for Halloween?
Yeah.
And she came up with this ravioli idea, which is a little off-brand, but I thought fun.
It was fun.
And they were quite good. And
how many different macs can you really cook?
Yeah, I know. It's like we had a kick where we were doing a lot of homemade macs.
Well, we did them all, and like, what am I going to do it again? We've had it.
Yep.
And even the macs we did today, it's like they're pretty much stuff we've had before.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a cut to one of my favorite clips. Have you seen the? It's a Scottish mother barging in our two daughters, and she goes,
cut out there.
And again,
doesn't matter. It's continuous.
It's a Scottish mother barging in on her daughters, and she goes, does anyone know how to flush a toilet after they've had a shat? And they go, and one of them goes, it wasn't me. And she goes, well, it was fucking one of yous. Disgusting. and then there's just this like big pregnant pause as the two girls are like, you can tell which one it is. It was the older girl that didn't flush the shat.
And then here's Fairhaven.
Fairhaven.
Which we elaborated on in a How Are We episode around that same season. We did.
Yeah.
Sitting at this
You can watch that if you want.
And it's probably also on the Blu-ray or DVD.
You don't watch the content either, John.
I live the content.
Yeah,
I remember.
You're like Matt.
Holy.
Yeah.
That cookie lifestyle. Oh, life.
See, we're not listening to it all that loudly.
No.
So whenever we see any subtitles at all, we respond.
Yeah, you got. That's how I'm doing it. Certainly.
This is like those Facebook videos. We should just subtitle everything we do and put them on Facebook.
Yeah.
This is you saying everything's too sweet.
Everything's too sweet.
Look how often you go on about it.
Gloria's passed out.
Totally like that. Was that the day that was really difficult?
No.
No, that wasn't
one
Nina,
of the. Well, these are 3 different days.
The Nina having a baby on the arm. No, that was the second time we tried things.
Yes. And the third time we.
I really enjoy the holiday confectionery. Review.
Yeah, that was actually fun.
Those are fun.
That's good. I'm glad somebody likes it.
Wow.
They're not super well viewed.
Hey, I thought the Christmas one was well viewed.
Yeah,
maybe.
Didn't you
I
get
thought
like
it got to
1,000?
1,000, and you were like, "Wow, good job! You didn't screw me over by
This time.
demanding we test snacks."
There's banana shirt.
Banana shirt.
Now, I'm sorry about what I said about the commentary. It's just, it's true. But everything else, you're great.
I don't understand. I really enjoy Matt's commentary.
Look, I'm sorry. It's just that you edit down nicely.
It's okay. He's not gonna watch the content anyway.
No. Yeah, if he's like, if he didn't recognize some simple holiday quotes.
Yeah, there was like one of the. We don't need to go into depth on this, but
any excuse to put George Carlin. Otto. I do remember it was taking a while to like make so many of the raviolis.
Yeah, there was really no need to make that many either.
And I was
we should have just made like 10.
I felt stuck in the moment.
Stuck in a moment you can't get out of. Was that that's a song?
And we were shooting this all on the same day that we were shooting all the narrative stuff. So we were just like,
let's get it done.
Moving fast.
Yep, trying to.
These are high effort, guys.
Yeah.
I hope
keep it going.
I hope you all enjoy this freaking content.
We got to stick to the schedule.
Because you go home from a day like this with your feet hurting.
And then you guys got to deal with a baby.
It's a baby that needs to be. Well, actually, on this particular day, yes, Nina. Normally we would give the baby to like a parent or something, but she was going to be in some of the content, so we had to figure out like, all right, she'll be with Nina at this time, and then Nina will join the shoot at this time, and we had to do a whole baby coordination thing, and then Nina went home with her instead of going out to dinner with us, right? Because we went for pizza after this, and then I had to take Ashley back to Boston, which was an hour and a half, and then I had to come home, and then the next morning it was like, okay, we got to pack up the whole studio.
Yep.
And I was and then the next morning, John gave me a look when I said, you got to pack up your fridge. And I just flipped the fuck out.
You did.
Nina's horrified of spiders.
You had to read it.
Yes.
on the screen, block lettering.
I can just barely hear the audio through these headphones.
I can't.
Meaning this audio.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You don't need to hear
You
it.
shouldn't.
No, I'm just saying,
better
like,
not to do it.
I'm saying, I don't know if I'm not hearing them in the headphones, but I'm hearing them, or some, maybe I am?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay.
Why are you ruining the commentary with technical discussion?
Why are you madding the commentary? No.
Why are you mad?
I'm sorry, Matthew.
Oh.
You know it. You know.
Well, you guys were just saying that, like, you're only talking when there's subtitles about
okay.
the content.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I see.
you guys should be able to somewhat hear the audio.
In the
Zach
back,
is further handicapped.
in the background there, that's true. In the background there, Matt was trying to fashion the flap system for the graphic paper. I forgot that Nina shot this, and she actually did a good job on this one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, it does have
Is that a backhanded compliment?
it does have focus problems, but I don't know what to do. But like when people that aren't EJ shoot, there are focus problems.
I think EJ is just very attentive to focus because he's a really good camera operator.
I'm attentive to focus.
Yeah, but you don't shoot BoxMac.
The eggnog sequence is in focus.
Yeah, this is focus.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the wide.
This is in focus.
I think the wide is slightly out of focus here. Or it's soft.
Yes, we ruined that.
Not my fault.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So when you think about this segment as not being in good focus, keep in mind what shots I'm doing over.
I wasn't going to say. I wasn't going to say anything, but the topic of focus came up.
I do. I have to.
Why are you
admit,
guys talking about technical stuff?
this is really just like the blame commentary.
The blame
What shots can we
game.
get in at each other?
It's Festivus up in here.
Yeah, the airing of grievances.
We made way too many of these. I had more in my freezer, and I ate more, and I still had more, and I ended up throwing them out when I used out my freezer.
Why did she make so many?
We made too many.
Because you guys just made like the whole package of the wrappers.
Yeah, it was like
it was like the hot dog and bun problem. There were just too many wrappers.
Yes, exactly.
Like she can get yourself the recipe.
If you want it. Nobody's ever gonna make
Ash is
that.
on focus. Yeah, we shot. So we do shoot the Craftkeeper stuff right after this.
Right after.
Now this I shot actually.
I wasn't there.
The following weekend, I think.
Yeah, it was just you and me driving around.
Yeah. Glow was with my mom, and we just that's where we get coffee during every BoxMac shoot.
Yeah,
Yep. It was good.
Yeah. And we went to these farms. And speaking of being like weird, like you guys wouldn't have liked being here, because I was like at private property shooting like with a camera, and
Yep.
I remember initially
Empty fields.
thinking that maybe EJ could help with this, and I was like, why do I need him?
For the
It doesn't have to be
VFX.
the VFX. I was like, it doesn't have to be good.
Yeah.
That's a real shot of a real.
I
gas
actually
station.
thought they looked pretty good. Like they look as about the same quality as Birdemic.
Yeah. So here's how they were achieved. At Frankie Digital Studios.
FDS Inc.
The wings themselves are an animated GIF I found on Google, and then the boxes I just sort of did the Premiere motion effect, and then I looped everything.
Yeah.
It actually does take a while.
I was most impressed by the fact that Premiere could import GIFs. That was the bit of it that impressed
it's just
me the
basically a
most.
video.
Yeah.
It's a GIF.
Nope.
No.
Get up. Get
Yeah.
up.
But we didn't laugh at John
Not
going.
graphics interchange format.
We didn't laugh at John going. "Urgh."
I went.
The creator of the format said it's pronounced.
I don't give it.
When you had to sit up.
Oh
from-
yeah.
and we
That-
all
I
laughed.
always would go.
laughed.
When I gotta get up.
I did write in the script that Ashley would have like sort of tired mascara makeup. I remember that being like we actually did shop for that in advance. This is the same room, of course,
Yes.
which I think is what they do in Birdemic. I think they have one. I think it's a shot exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Like this is very
Yeah,
accurate.
they went to like the place and they were like, we need the room for 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours.
And
they were like, you gotta rent it for the night.
$90.
And they got like a dirty look, but they still rented it to them because they figured, hey, they could rent the room out again later.
And then, yeah, I remember we were worried that people hadn't seen Birdemic and that they wouldn't get a lot of
And
the
some of
jokes.
them hadn't.
And it is and yeah, that's Matt, by the way, that right there. And that was that muzzle flash was a green screen thing I found on YouTube and was able to use.
This makes no sense. They pull off dead guy leaning against their car.
And that's a different day. It makes even less sense than we meant it to. Because we were just shooting weirdly out of order.
I like the spoons being.
Yeah,
Guns.
Nina did it. Nina gave it a lot of energy there.
Yeah.
I remember it sucked for Zach to have like the blood. He didn't want to go to Nick's with blood on his face.
Luckily, Nina had baby wipes.
Yes.
Always.
do.
There's been some accusations leveled, Frankie, that there's too much glow in our content. What do you think of that
I
accusation?
saw one comment about that. One time.
Did you?
That's one comment too many.
But in this case, there were actual kids in Birdemic.
Yeah.
That's true.
They said, let more Junt, less glow.
No, they
was
didn't
that
say
song.
more Junt. They just said there's a lot of baby in
No,
this.
no, I saw that.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know which one you're referring to.
Maybe
I
this
think
is John's
it's
personal comment.
No, I love baby glow. No, don't get me wrong.
Look, if you're gonna keep subscribed to my content,
gonna have
my
to see
kid's
the
gonna be
baby.
in it.
Let me say that I do like the way that Matt ended up puppeting this is
Yeah, it
really
was funny.
good.
It was
It's
funny.
really cool.
Yeah.
It comes out really nice.
I love seeing Trash Baggett as a scientist.
Me too.
Oh, can I say this? That's my favorite part of the whole show is the cut to Nina going, yes. The quick cut to Nina. But he obviously was like he couldn't move his mouth. And he also I wasn't going to be patient and let him memorize the lines.
Yeah.
So all we heard was like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, he totally couldn't
So
talk.
I told him, just move your mouth to the sound of me reading the line. So I'm behind the camera reading the line, and he's just trying to like mime to it. And then later we had him listen back to my audio track, and then he syncs to that.
Yep.
And that's what you're listening to. And it sort of worked out.
It's old
he
style
was using
techniques.
pushing his mouth up against the puppet's mouth to do the
Puppeteer. Can I tell you, when Ashley says right there, that's the audio from the real movie. That's some other woman going
I didn't even know
right
that.
there. Because the audio on that day was too bad in the beach. It's like, I'll just use that.
Nina's got a 6 on her face.
Glow's looking cute. Also,
She was having a blast in the cold for some reason.
And Nina was right outside the car, and she did get kind of whiny for her. Mm-hmm. We were supposed to shoot this at Fort Barton, and John was like, "I'm not going up that hill." So we shot it in his backyard.
It looks fine.
Yeah, totally.
I
totally
do.
does.
I love this character.
I do too, actually. He's my favorite in the show. I think.
He's probably the best in Birdemic too.
I like mentally confuse this character with the real one.
Yeah, me too.
They look so similar to me.
They do. That was like just a woman's wig that we put a ponytail on, and then we get the flannel. We were
And
like, "Oh
now
my god, it's him!"
And now it's glued to the craft keeper, so now he wears it forever.
Hasn't been removed yet. Still what the Craftskeepers we're in right now.
Yeah,
It's hot glue. It stays there now.
yeah, that's just him now. Verna. Lots of pickup shots of people just staring.
Yep.
Yeah, Glow's voice is Evie Brinkmeyer, 5-year-old Evie Brinkmeyer,
Yep. Dubbed in.
dubbed in.
Did she just record that with like an iPhone?
Yeah, just some video. But yeah, we were worried, so we were like, well, we should probably explain that this is a parody of a movie if they haven't heard of it. So that's what that whole opening obviously was.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
And if you watch the bloopers / making of, I cut in a lot of clips of the real movie.
I mean, honestly, there's no excuse not to get this because you watch the opening, and if you're confused, just pause for a second. You Google it. This is what I do.
Right.
You know.
And the opening actually shows clips from the real movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the one in the background that's just looping around
Yes.
the others. And then, like, yeah, this is just like the real movie where, like, suddenly
They're not.
it's...
But it looks like Glow didn't make it.
And you realize that the boxes really are going into the distance.
Are they?
Yes.
wow.
Like by the end, you'll see the...
Okay.
This song is a cover of a song called It's a Long Road, which is the credits music from First Blood. Like when he gets arrested, they're like, it's a long road.
Using credits versions of songs, like using covers on YouTube, is one of the best things.
It's kind of fun. You don't get flagged, and you...
Yeah, I mean, we technically don't have the rights to it, but
It's like having your cake and eating it, too.
yeah, delish.
Well, because it's not about complying with copyright law.
No.
It's about not getting flagged.
Yes, that's right.
Finding all the tricks to fool the robots.
So this is it. I hope
Well, let's
maybe
put that
it's not as good as Max Free Science Theater 3000, but I like it a lot.
Goodbye.
I thought it was good.
AJ
slowly
was a real champion of this.
Yeah, I like it.
The first time we watched it together, he laughed a lot. This is my home. Among the trees.
Among the trees.